Hello there, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I'm your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And welcome to one of my quick-fire Q&A response videos. So basically, if you would like me to answer a question or a query about style, me, anything at all, send me your question either by dropping it into the comments section or sending me an email, and I will do my best to respond via a video such as this. And today's question comes from 88 Master, and he asks, given your background has formality in it, from the military and the police, etc., do you find it easier to find like-minded men in your day-to-day life? I ask as somebody who works in a large UK city, but finds it hard to see other people dressed well outside of a members club, and I find it a little isolating. Well, of course, you make a very strong point there, 88, because if you are an intentionally well-dressed man, it can be a lonely place, all right? Because you'll walk around the streets, you will stride the streets of this country, or any country, wherever you are in the modern era. And if you're dressed well, you can find yourself the only man who's dressed well in many crowds of people. You know, the proletariat, the people around you are all wearing shorts and a t-shirt in the summertime, or in the winter, jogging trousers and a hoodie, because this is the habitual wear of the ordinary man. And this is why we rebel against it, as intentionally well-dressed men. You know, we want to be different. We strive to show respect to those around us by dressing in a way which is respectful to them, and we seek to inspire the respect of others because they look at the way we have dressed ourselves, you know, the shiny shoes, the well-pressed trousers, the ironed shirt, the tie at your collar, the jacket on your back, and they think, crikey, that's a proper gentleman. Where's he going? He must be a captain of industry, a leader of society, a boss, a champion of others. And that's what being well-dressed these days amounts to. You know, in the past, when people dressed up, it was the norm. Today, it is unusual. And you'll find when you start your well-dressed journey, people will, you know, respond to you by asking, where are you going? Is there a funeral? Are you going to a wedding? Is it a special occasion? And it can be challenging to, you know, repeatedly have the conversation and say, well, no, you know, I'm just dressing well. I'm just wearing a shirt and tie. Isn't this what men should and have always dressed like? It's just that we're in, you know, a trough of sartorial elegance in the world where people have chosen to dress entirely for comfort. Now, I understand what you mean. It can be isolating. You can feel like standing out like a sore thumb in a group of others. What I tend to do is I make opportunities happen where I know I will meet people such as myself. So, you know, part of my work actually is to go and speak to people from community groups. And over many years of doing that, I've discovered the groups which I know resonate with my own style choices. So for instance, in the UK, and I'm sure in America and other parts of the world, there is a social club called Rotary. All right, Rotary International is a group where like-minded people come together to do good for society. They do works for charity, they volunteer their services to help others. They often have a meal as part of their meetings. But in those gatherings, I've noticed it's one of the few places these days where I will turn up, and I can't always guarantee that I will be the best dressed man in the room, because other men are wearing ties, well-pressed shirts, ironed trousers and shiny shoes, and you can spot them a mile off. You know, these are men who share the ideology of being the best dressed man in the room. So it's nice to have that little bit of competition. So you can make it happen by surrounding yourself or at least participating in groups and organizations where you know it will attract people who share the same mindset as you. As I say, joining clubs which also do that sort of thing, you know you're going to be amongst others who like you. And really the other thing I would say is you can set the standard yourself. So if you are currently a member of a group or body and they don't share your mindset about being well dressed, about looking the part, well, start the revolution. Be the person who slowly but surely, incrementally raises the tone, right? So let's say, for instance, you're a member of a club. I don't know what the club is, could be anything. Could be a little charity group you volunteer for. Could be anything at all. And you know, you often have to go to events to meet other people, to go to remembrance parades, or you go to social gatherings. Why don't you suggest to the club, look guys, we're often going to these events and all we do is wear, you know, our charity or our group polo shirt. I feel out of place dressing like that. Why don't we commission a club tie? All right, so a tie with our club colours on. They're not expensive to have made. You know, you order 20 of them, it'll come down to a very small unit price. You can have your club logo on it. Let's have a club tie. So when we do march in the Remembrance Parade on Remembrance Day every November, at least we can look a bit smarter than just wearing that polo shirt. You know, it really lowers the tone, doesn't it? We want to step our group up. We want to be presentable. We want to show respect to others and have others respect us. So let's all wear a tie. If you buy a club tie for everyone, they're going to have to wear a shirt, right, to wear that tie. And then, well, where do you stop from there? A club blazer badge. If you've got a club blazer badge, you're going to need a blazer to put it on. And already you've elevated your group into the highest echelons of being well dressed. Because, you know, let's be honest, if you wear a tie and you wear a blazer, you're already going to be head and shoulders amongst the rest of society. So you can lead the revolution surreptitiously without them even realizing it by suggesting these little improvements all the time. If they don't even have a polo shirt, start by suggesting, let's have a club polo shirt. Even if you're in a bowling club or whatever, let's have a bowling club polo shirt. And then after a little while say, look guys, you know, why don't we as a club you know, go to X and Y events, and if we're going to do that, we're going to need a tie. You see what I mean? You can slowly but surely elevate the style of your group without them even knowing you're doing it. Lead the revolution, set the standard yourself. So if nobody around you shares your mindset, make them, but you know, do it in a subtle way and you will have success. Good luck to you. It's a challenge. You know, I've been on that journey. I've commissioned club ties. I have commissioned blazer badges for organisations and groups that I've been a member of. And they've been, you know, picked up and worn by other people. And it's always quite nice to see that happen. So, hope that's been useful. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, click the red button and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee and the link to do that is in the show notes below. If you want to ask me a question, do it now. Just drop it into the comment section and you might see me sat here sometime in the future answering that question for you. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and I will see you again very soon.